perfect spot, man.
We found a great island that suited our needs perfectly in our quest for fish on Lake Ouachita. Built a great little campfire, had a perfect spot for some hammock camping and tent camping.
Island camping on Lake Ouachita is just a blast. You get to really get away from everybody. You know, you have the place to yourself. I really like it at night, man. You look up and there's just, you know, thousands and thousands of stars, and just a great experience, and truly a remote location here in Arkansas that you can get away from the crowds.
Lake Ouachita is a Corps of Engineers lake, and the Corps allows camping on the islands. It's got about 200 islands depending on water level, give or take, so you can choose one that fits you. If you want to go out and have a fishing trip, you can do that. You can locate an island that's going to be good for that with a lot of coves, a lot of points. You can pick one that's large if you have a few other people that are going to camp with you. You can pick one that's tiny. You can pick one for solitude.
But during the day, we had Mike Wintroth, our game and fish photographer, and Jim Harris, one of our writers and editors, who's also the guy who puts together our Game and Fish weekly fishing report.
And I knew she could make me happy.
Happy.
I love the flower girl.
I think we need a new island.
We're gonna need a bigger island.
We didn't waste any time. We quickly got our gear unloaded, and as soon as we got our camp set up, we jumped in the boats and commenced to fish.
What's really nice about kayak fishing on a place like Lake Ouachita is you have so many possibilities. There's coves everywhere, there are points coming off of those islands. You can get back in places that you may not even see if you're fishing from a bass boat. You might just drive right by it and not even notice it. But fishing from a kayak, of course you're not going to cover the territory you do in a boat that's powered, but you're going to have a lot of fun. You're going to notice things you wouldn't otherwise notice, and you're going to catch some fish.
I'll be the first to admit that I am not the most experienced kayak fisherman. I've done some kayak fishing on some of our Ozark and Ouachita streams, but this is actually my first experience on flat water and first experience on Lake Ouachita fishing out of a kayak. Jeff mentioned many of the benefits of kayak fishing. For a new guy like me, I learned, however, there are some maybe disadvantages if you're not as experienced at it. You've got to kind of take your time. You can't see as well, like if you're standing on the platform or the casting deck of a boat. Got to be careful with your back cast, especially if there are a couple of rods directly behind you that you forgot about. All in all, though, I loved fishing out of the kayak. It just took me a little getting used to. You know, the thing I probably like most about it is it's you're right down close to the water, so it's a little bit more of an intimate fishing experience than, say, fishing out of a bass boat or a big bay boat, something like that.
Pretty good.
That's a keeper. That's largemouth number 2 here on beautiful Lake Ouachita. Out of the kayak. I'm not the greatest kayak fisherman, but I'm learning. We got camp set up. We've been doing some fishing out of the kayaks. Caught a few largemouth, so it's been a good day so far. Get a little later in the evening. About time to go try these striped bass.
I've had a goal for several years of catching some stripers from a kayak. Hasn't gone so well so far. I've had a few that have chased my bait, but I haven't caught one yet. I'm going to try some more though. It's fun just trying. I mean, because it's such a beautiful lake, and the pursuit is obviously part of it.
We were really hoping Jeff in particular would hook up with a striper in that kayak so I could watch him get pulled around the lake. Unfortunately, the stripers didn't cooperate, so we'll just have to save that for another time. Stay tuned. Hopefully we'll be bringing you that before too long.
Of course, when dinner time rolled around, Trey forgot to bring a full canister of propane, so
That's right. I brought along an empty propane tank. You know, we did like they did on Gilligan's Island, and we improvised and made do with what we had. And honestly, I think it was a much more authentic camping experience because we did that. The catfish turned out great despite the lack of a propane tank. We even had a little twist on it. Scotty put together some stuff to make fish tacos. And man, we ate a little bit later than we had anticipated, but let me tell you, it was worth the wait. The thing I probably like the most about the island camping is it's sort of like a base camp for your fishing expedition.
we were able to paddle all around these islands, fish the coves and the points.
You paddle around or motor around, whatever, and then, you know, if you want to take a break, run back to the island, lie in the hammock for a little while, hey, get up and do some casting from the shore of the island. It's just, I mean, really the possibilities are endless. Lake Ouachita, some largemouth bass on the end of the line, island camping, kayak fishing, springtime. Man, I can't think of a better way to spend a couple of days outdoors in the natural state.